Hello, live with Dr. Mom. I'm just checking in. I am doing my RV update. I haven't done one in a while, and I probably won't do one again. I probably won't do a live one again until after the holidays into the new year. And that's when I'm gonna start. I'm gonna head out on my journey again. So I thought today, because I was going to do it last week, I did end up doing a bodybuilding one. And I won't do another one of those until the end of the month, because at the end of the month, I'm actually getting a new program. So I thought I would update it then. Today, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of just update what's happening with the RV life. Believe it or not, I haven't been traveling, but there has been some additional things that have come up, and so I want to just kind of go over them with you and sort of educate you on what I'm finding out. So let's get started. So I'm in Kentucky. I've been here for it goes fast. That's one thing I've noticed since I've been sort of on the road traveling. Life is just speeding by because it's so much fun, I guess. I don't know, but so I'm in Kentucky. I put what's it like here? When I first got here, like I said, I think it was way before Thanksgiving, so I think around the first week or so of November, it was beautiful. So it was still pretty warm. The trees were just gorgeous. All of the different colors, and like driving into it was just so beautiful. So that's one thing I've noticed since I've been traveling is the geography of our country is just unspeakable. Like, we are so blessed to live in this country where we can travel from one end of the spectrum to the other and get rolling hills or mountainous area. You get down in Arizona where it's still in the 80s, which I kind of miss, by the way, to Kentucky, where you'll get freezing temperatures one day and up in the almost 70s the next. So it's just incredible, and I hope you guys can get out there and experience it, because to me, that has been one of the huge blessings that I have experienced since I've been on the road, is just the geography of our country is incredible. You know, it's incredible. And I haven't been doing, that's one thing that's been coming up lately is boondocking. So I haven't been doing a whole lot of that yet because I was just kind of new at all this. And let's see, I'm almost 6 months into it. And I'm getting more comfortable driving it and being out on the road, all those things. And so I'm venturing in to start doing some boondocking. So I did find out some stuff, and a lot of it is a budget. Like, so it's expensive. KOAs aren't too expensive, you know, $30 a night. For the size of mine, I can back in. Mine's pretty easy. I kept it simple, and I'm glad I did. But you can pay as much as $100. You know, I think I believe in Nashville I might have paid $100. I can't remember if it was that much, but it depends on where you're at. But you know, that's per night, so that adds up. If you're on a budget, it's going to add up fairly quick. I'm thinking if you stay for a month, it could fall into $700-800 range. That's a house payment. That was my house payment. So I started looking. The tighter your budget gets, the more you start looking into less expensive options. Boondocking is the less expensive option, and I feel comfortable at KOAs. That's why I started out that way. What I did find out is a state park tag. I just bought one, and it's for the national parks, it's $80. And then I think you can stay for $16 a night. I don't know, something like that. And I'm going down into Florida, so you know, it might be less expensive because it's expensive to stay, especially like in the Keys or, you know, the southern parts. And I would just assume I'm going in January, February, March, April. It's expensive because people want to go in there that time of year because it's beautiful. So I'm going in ahead of the curve. So hopefully I can sort of get used to what I'm doing. Anyway, that's why I got the state park pass, is because I think I would feel comfortable going into a state park and camping at one of their campgrounds, which isn't very expensive. So that's sort of my plan now. I got my pass, so and you can stay anywhere there's a national park. So that's where I'm heading. That's what I'm going into now, right now. Anyway, let's get back to what's happening where I'm at. So like I said, Kentucky's a crazy, crazy place because I just the other day going to the gym broke out my bike and rode it because it was in the 60s. Beautiful. It was a little chilly when I first went. It was about, oh, hey, good morning, Irene. Ooh. I'm going to send you a invite to try and do a Zoom meeting on Friday, but it's going to have to be kind of early. Goodness, Alexa, shut off the music. Maybe it looked like I was trying. The connection got lost, so I turned the music off because Alexa was playing it too. Anyway, so hello, my friend. Nice to see you on here. I'm so glad I got to connect. That's the one reason I still like doing these lives on Facebook, because I get to see my buddy Irene and everybody else who's on here, and I can maybe get some input for that from you. Just got back from the gym, by the way. Ooh-wee! I'm getting stronger, Irene. I'm getting stronger. See, my arms are starting to show more, which I really like. But I'm still working on, I'm doing better this week on my diet. I kind of snapped back in. I just did a Code Red 30-day challenge, so I'm getting back into that part of it. But I've increased in lifting weights this week. So I'm into this program 16 weeks. This is supposed to be an RV show, not a weight training, but you're my buddy, Irene, at weight training, so I'm going to talk about it anyway. It can be a slash RV slash bodybuilding, because we love it so much, don't we? Continue. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm back on for a second. Well, okay, back to the weather. When I did go riding, it's beautiful. Like, I found this back way to go. My kids drove me through it one time because it's about 8 miles round trip to take it, but it's pretty. A lot of hills, very good for the legs. I found out that using my heater, because when it gets below 30, I have been turning it on. I mean, if I'm under the covers, I'm usually okay, but I've been turning it on to warm it up, and it blows through the propane. Hello, Phyllis. If Phyllis is watching as well, so propane is quick. So I'm gonna have to go back. I told my grandson. I asked him if he wanted to go with me to dump the sewer and pick up some propane. So we're gonna make a trip, I think, on Thursday or Friday. Supposed to be in the 60s again, and so we're gonna go do that. But some of that I wanted to talk about is just that it's not as easy as you think to find somewhere to dump sewer. So I have this little app on my phone that says sewer dumps for RVs, but in this area, as big as Louisville is, there's not a lot of close places. So what I ended up doing is just kind of thought outside the box, and I just called there's a place, it's called Max Landing, and it's a resort. And it's within 10 miles, I'm going to say. And so I just called him, and he's going to let me go there and dump my sewer. So just something to think about when you're on the road, because it's not always convenient. There's not always, like a Love's truck stop or a Pilot, they usually have them, but not always. So, and then my propane, he told me of a place in town that I can go fill it. So that's the plan on Thursday, is to venture out, go for a ride, and take care of those two things. One of the things I was going to talk about with my Thor Elite, because that's what I bought, is a Thor Elite. And there's a lot of things I love about it, but there's a few things that I do want to say. I mean, you always think about, would I buy this kind again? I would be super careful and look at some specific areas, because after I was traveling for a while, I don't know, just out of the blue, I was putting seat covers back on my side, on the driver's side. And I looked, and the seat belt was completely disconnected at the bottom. And, you know, I'm like, okay. And I called, mine has a truck front, and then the rest is like on the back, right? It's like a house on the back. So I called where I bought it, and they're like, no, we don't do things like that. You got to go to where the truck was built. So then I called Ford. No, we don't do things like that. You got to go where they fix the RV. It's always, and nobody wants to do anything because they're so busy right now. And that's a dangerous thing, right? So I did call, there's this guy that's the CEO of the whole place, Camping World. And he said, if you're not happy, I'm not happy. So I called them. I didn't hear anything back. I called Thor, and they hung up on me. Hello, Karen. Hey, Karen. They hung up on me and blocked my number. I mean, it's not funny. That's a danger. So long story short, my granddaughter's boyfriend, he's a wonderful mechanic. He's just a dynamic kid. I mean, he's not even out of high school yet. He just works on automobiles and all. So he ended up pulled the little piece off, and found out where the bracket was for the seatbelt. Well, no one ever put a bolt in there. All they did was put that cover down and just left it. And like a good friend of mine, Jason, and I were talking, we used to work together in a factory. He's like, think of all the things we sent out on the snowmobiles and stuff that weren't connected. I totally agree. But when I called them, they should have immediately said, oh my gosh, let's get it fixed. Well, none of them did. Nobody wants to work on it. And I found that with most stuff. You got to work on it yourself, right? So he at least found what was wrong. So the seatbelt goes down under there, and it didn't have any kind of screw in it at all. So it was just hanging free. Thank the Lord I didn't get in any kind of wrecks. It was the driver's side. So my son-in-law Dave found a screw that would hold a bolt that would hold it in, and so he brought it. It was a little too big. I got another one that fits, but like my granddaughter's boyfriend Keenan said, we hope that it's not stripped, right? So when I got the bolt that fits, sure enough, it won't go in there. So I've got to do a few more, get a thing that helps you thread it, but I think we can fix it at this point. I don't know. My thought is something that's safety issue oriented like that. Shouldn't they almost have? Well, I said welded it in, but then Keenan's like, no, because if you do get in an accident and they have to fix it, it'd be almost impossible to change it out. So Anyway, I did find an answer to that, and I can get it fixed. It's sort of amazing to me, all the little things that were not connected completely in there. There was also this wire that was dangling loose underneath where the driver's side is. And Keenan also helped me fix that to some kind of emergency switch. So, oh my goodness, it's stuff like that, if you don't know about it. But those are things that the next time I do buy an RV, I'll probably do a fifth wheel next with a truck. Once I figure out where I'm going to be living, I'll know kind of what to look for. Look for things like, how is the plumbing? Is the plumbing attached fully? So my plumbing under the sink, they didn't attach it to anything. It was just sort of just like, well, I mean, in a regular sink, you're not bouncing around and traveling. But this one was just hanging underneath there with the trap. Every time I moved, it came undone. So I got that fixed. Look at the plumbing, look at different things. Make sure they test out things like the water heater. My water heater came on and then it instantly stopped working. So that took me forever to get that fixed. Right away it happened. I'm trying to think of any other thing. One thing that I can say about this Thor Elite and the size of my RV is I really like the fact that I only got a 24-foot one, because it's easy. Like, staying with my family has been relatively easy. I can back it into my daughter's driveway and it's somewhat tucked out of the way, because in most places you can't park on the street legally. So you can't really park. Don't think that you can go visit someone and just pull up to and park in their street and be okay with it, because most cities won't let you do that. So you almost need a side area beside their house or something like that. If there's not an HOA, that says, because my mom and sister, I could only park there for 24 hours and then I had to move it. So I don't know, some things to think about. If you're thinking like me and selling everything and going on the road, well, that's some things to think about. I told you about the state park pass. That's pretty awesome. Let's see. So what my plan is, the other thing that I noticed is back in Havasu when we were at the reunion, we did some cooking. We were cooking biscuits in the morning. And I hadn't really used my oven, but Todd helped me figure out how to use it. But what I did find out is the oven doesn't cook the best. So we put it in there and it cooks and cooks. It doesn't really ever crispy up enough or cook warm enough. I felt like, I don't know, I'll probably get an air fryer just for quick things, like that. But for now, I'm happy with it. Like, the stove works great. It's a gas stove. I love gas anyway. The fridge works good after I figured out the thermostat thing. My heater works great. So even under 30 degrees here, and so far, knock on wood, nothing's froze. Because I feel like if it stays under 30 degrees for quite a long period of time, 8 hours, 10 hours, things like that. But it normally only stays there for a few hours and then warms back up again. So, so far I haven't had any broken water lines. The water's pretty cold in the morning when I wash my face, but it wakes you up. Then you're ready to go to the gym, right? Ready to go to the gym. So my RV holds the heat in very well. It's another thing when it's hot out, it takes a lot to kind of cool it off. So I don't know, those are some things. So this is my plans, and Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas. This kind of is sentimental, because last year at this time I think by now I was starting to do maybe not, 12 Days of Christmas or something, where we were kind of looking over Christmas songs, and it was so much fun. And I miss everyone terribly. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do one today, RV workout / Christmas. So I hope all of you are having a wonderful December. I am. My heart is just full being with my family. I can't tell you how happy my decision was that I made. I got to go to my granddaughter's Christmas concert last night. She's in the choir, and it wasn't a solo, but it was a trio, I think, where they kind of stepped out, and she was just beautiful. That was so fun. I'm having a fun time. What a blessing it is to be able to be here when the two younger ones get home from school, and just be with them and get to know them, and just talk. The two older ones leave in the morning, and I get to see them and my family. It's just, oh my goodness, my heart is so happy. Although it's busy, it is really busy, but I like it. I like being busy. I have always liked being busy. So geez, I think that's probably it. I was going to talk about, so I talked about buying the state parking pass and boondocking. And so I wouldn't do it unless you felt comfortable. Like, it's taken me a while to get comfortable with driving and with being alone. I do have a dog. And this friend that I met on the road, she's like, you have a big dog. She's probably medium size, but she's a pit boxer, so I feel like she would take care of me. Make sure you have some weapons of some sort, because we know what it's like on the road, even if it just makes you feel better. But you have to be cautious of, the state lines and things like that, where you can bring weapons and where you can't, the laws about them. But when I say weapons, it's not all, guns and things like that. What I'm talking about is, like, by the door, I keep a thing of pepper spray, and I keep a thing of pepper spray when I ride my bike, because I've had dogs go after me, and it scares you. But I keep it by the door of my RV, some pepper spray, and then I also have a knife there. So, one thing that I was talking to this new friend of mine she's driving a truck and a silver trailer, and I loved it. It was really, she's been on the road for a year, and she just works in her RV. She's an accountant, so she does accountant work and travels around and is doing what I'm doing. So she was telling me, though, one time she did have an episode. She's felt pretty safe, but one time she pulled into a gas station and had stopped, got out of her truck, and was in the RV, and somebody pulled up beside her and kind of blocked her in there. It scared her just for a minute, It turned out okay, but she's like, you need to have an exit strategy. Like, if you are living on the road, you have to be very careful. Like, there's one time I did stop at a gas station at early morning. I think it was 3 a.m. I think I was driving to Minnesota, and I wanted to make it. That's when I was driving too much. Like, I was trying to get there too fast. But it was like 3 a.m. I stopped at this place, and I don't know, it really gave me the creeps. I was by myself. This guy turned up in a car beside me. It was just scary. So you have to be careful. I do have a thing on my phone that I can share with my kids if I am worried at all. Share your ETA, and then they'll be able to find you if someone takes you. Anyway, so I decided, I've been looking at where I'm going to go next, and I do want. My son told me about North Carolina, South Carolina. I've heard about Myrtle Beach. And so I'm going to go that direction. It's about an 8-hour drive. And I'm also looking for the warm weather, right? So I'll probably go 400. I'm doing about 400 miles a day. That's all I really want to do. And then staying. One thing about KOAs though is you do get points. So I have to see, I have quite a bit of points. So I need to start using those. I'll go about 400 miles, stop for the night, and then go probably to like Myrtle Beach for the night. In the Carolinas, because I want to drive through there and see it, because my son just loved it. He loved it there. Wilmington is right on the coast too, and that's the one I think I was going to go to. It looked beautiful. But I might as well go through that way, right, on my way down. So after that, I'm driving down into Florida, and I'm going to go. So I guess it would be the east side of Florida. I'm going to start there, go all the way down the coast into the Keys, and then back up on the west side of Florida, on the coastal regions, and drive all the way back up and out again. My daughter, for spring break, which is in April, they want to meet somewhere and do a family for the spring break thing. So I'm not sure where I'll be there then, but April, I'll be heading back, probably up through, I don't know, I'm not sure, maybe up through Kentucky, and I do want to see my grandbabies and son and daughter-in-law in Minnesota again too, because then I'm going to be heading to Idaho again and train for the bodybuilding, because I'm going to be there for this summer. I want to be with my coach and give it all this time and see how well I can do. So I'm pretty excited, but that's sort of my plan. And down in Florida, it's kind of expensive, especially when you get into the Keys, but they do have state parks there. So I believe you can boondock into that area. I have been planning, but I'm kind of somebody who likes to just do it and go and learn as I'm going too. That's sort of adventurous, right? But it might be expensive, and then I might get there and nothing will be open. So I guess I can always stay at a Walmart. As long as they're not posted, you're okay. But it's not as easy as you think. Like everybody says, well, just go stay at a Walmart. Sometimes you can't. And then also, so truck stops, you can park there, but it kind of, I don't know, it gives me a little bit of the creeps. Like what this truck driver told me is don't park in the back rows, park in the front. So, and remember that they don't know I'm by myself. Maybe they think someone's in the RV with me. So, okay, I think that's all I have today, and it looks like I'm trying, my phone's trying to shut off again. So I've got to do a quick video before my grandson gets home, because he wants me to get it done before he gets home, because he has to be able to watch his shows and things, you know what I mean? So anyway, nice talking to you all. Nice Merry Christmas. Give your families a great big hug, right? Oh my gosh. Enjoy them and love them as much as you can, because gee whiz, time goes fast. I'm so, like, my baby granddaughter we just had in June is already almost 6 months old. My goodness. Oh my, they go fast. And then I have a couple granddaughters that are getting ready to another year, and they'll be out of high school. It's crazy, guys. It goes fast. So enjoy those moments when they're little and spend as much time as you can. That's what I feel like. It's going to be hard to leave. Oh, woo. I'm going to be crying when I have to leave these kids again. Dang it. But I have to go on my adventures too. So I'll come back through. Okay. Merry Christmas. Enjoy your holidays. We're only a couple weeks out of Christmas, and fun times. I'm having a fun time. So I hope you are. And much blessings to all of you. I was going to do this. I did find this funny thing. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. I don't know what other ones. Oh, there was one with big lips too. I did. I think it was big lips. I don't know. Oh, this one was funny. At least, I mean, nope, I'm not going to grow a mustache ever. I hope. Like, I do have some little hairs there. Once in a while I grow a beard, but talk about bizarre, right? Oh, I don't know what that is. Catch my face. I don't know what that is. What's this one's weird too? Oh, this is the lip thing. I don't think I'm ever going to get full lips. Okay, guys. Well, that's enough for me for today. So, I love you and much blessings. Merry Christmas. I don't think I'll be talking to you until after. I do get my program towards the end of the month, so I might do, well, that'll be after Christmas. So, okay, much love, much love. I love you guys all. Have a Merry Christmas and a good rest of the week. Bye.